Hello, Retro Crew. Today we're talking about the 1988 movie Midnight Run. I'm Matt.
I'm Brian, and we're the Retro Sons. This was a pretty good movie from the 80s. It's got Robert De Niro, Charles Grodin, Joe Pantoliano, and Yaphet Kotto.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to say his name.
I don't know too much from him. He's in this, and he's in Live and Let Die.
Yeah, my least favorite James Bond movie.
Right, but it's pretty good. It's kind of in the same vein as, like you were saying, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, it feels similar.
More like an action version of that, though.
Yeah.
And good score by Danny Elfman. It's not like his usual like Pee-wee's Big Adventure type of music, but
it's like typical 80s type though. Like anytime any action at all happens, they play the tune.
Yeah.
Like the tune of the movie.
Yeah.
It's a good one, but it's weird how they used to do that.
Yeah. I just remembered the other guy, Marvin Dorfler, John Astin.
Oh yeah.
Who was in Beverly Hills Cop also, 1 and 2. So a lot of good 80s actors.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty good cast.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not the only reason it was good. It seems like that's all I'm hammering on about.
Yeah.
But good story and
kind of a comedy too.
Yeah.
Well, Robert De Niro's a skip tracer, used to be a cop, and all the cops in his troop, or I don't know what it.
Yeah.
In the department were all crooked, and they were working with the mob, and he didn't want to, so he stopped being a cop and left.
Mm-hmm.
Then he became a skip chaser.
Yeah, but he really has dreams of opening a coffee shop, so he's trying to like save up money and figure out how much he needs for all that.
Yeah, and when this movie starts, he's doing a small skip chase, but a big one comes along and he takes it.
And he doesn't want to at first, and the guy, Eddie Moscone, the bail bondsman who put up the money for the person who skipped bail, he asks him to do it, and he tells him it's going to be a midnight run, which is like slang for an easy job kind of thing in the skip trace community, I guess. So he finally convinces him to do it, and it turns out being a lot more involved than...
Yeah.
Because you got like the FBI after him because they want him to turn on the mob, and the mob's after him because they don't want him to...
Yeah, so pretty much everyone's out to get the guy that he got.
Yeah.
And then the bail bondsman guy gets a second guy to go because it's taking Robert De Niro's character so long to get him back.
Yeah, but
the guy won't go on a plane and everything keeps going wrong.
Yeah, but he offers the second guy a quarter of what he offered De Niro's character, which, like, what's his name? Jack? I want to say Jack.
I think it's Jack.
But, so he goes after it, and then he finds out that he's getting considerably less, so he's not happy about that, and he calls and complains. And
then it turns out that he's actually working with the mob.
Right.
He wants to get the guy to bring him back to the mob.
Yeah. There's a lot of like double crosses and everything, because even the bail bondsman, he's got someone working for him who's like, he's
double crossing,
working for the mob too.
Yeah.
So, lots of threads you gotta keep track of as you're watching.
Yeah. They don't make it too complicated though.
No, they
don't. It's easy to follow along, but.
But it starts off, like you said, he's doing just a small job, but he gets shot at through the door, and then there's a chase, and it kind of sets up his character and Marvin's character, his rival, skip tracer. So it gives you, it's a good little opening and gets you hooked, and a little bit of, but then they give you more details about him throughout the story, like the Duke, played by Charles Grodin, he's, I want to say Hank Mardukas, but Jonathan Mardukas.
Yeah.
He's like, keeps asking him about his personal things, like why isn't he popular in Chicago? Why is his wife not talking to him? Or why did his wife leave him or anything like that?
Yeah.
So eventually they kind of start liking each other, as happens in these movies. And he opens up more and tells like little personal details about him.
Yeah. And he's kind of a straight shooter. Like the mob offers him $1 million to turn him over and he won't.
Yeah, and he even offers him like more than what he's getting paid to bring him in, just to let him go.
Yeah, and he's big on honor and doing what he's getting paid to do.
I always enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't watch it too much because it'd probably ruin it for me. But
yeah, it's definitely not an every year kind of movie.
no.
Or once a year kind of movie. It's like, I don't know, once every 5 years probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's how
Probably.
I would describe it.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I watched it before we watched it to do this review.
Neither do I. Probably about 5 years ago.
Sounds about right.
Just long enough to forget some of the finer details, but not the entire plot and everything.
Mm-hmm. True.
So it's kind of fresh coming into it. But yeah, if you watch it once every year, it kind of get old, I think.
I think it would, yeah. I mean, there's probably some people who enjoy it and watch it any chance they get. Like if it's on TV or anything, they'll stop. I don't know who still flips through the channels.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if they see it somewhere, they're probably like, ooh, midnight run. And I don't know if there's like a TV show spin-off, or I know there's a few sequels starring Christopher McDonald, Shooter McGavin.
I don't know.
I think
I didn't know there even was any sequels.
Yeah, there's at least one or two, but takes over Robert De Niro's role. And I might have seen parts of him online, but I saw part of a review online.
I don't know if I'd want to see him.
No, probably not.
But this one is really good.
Yeah, this is good enough as like a standalone. Like the characters grew and
they had kind of an arc.
Yeah, right.
Like all Robert De Niro's character cared about was his honor and making just what the money, like enough to get out of doing the skip tracing.
Yeah,
because he didn't really like the job.
Yeah, he made like a big point. He wanted to quit doing that and open the coffee shop. So to make more movies about that, kind of like, I don't know, diminish the whole.
Yeah, he made enough at the end to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wouldn't take a bribe, but at the end he let the character go because the guy he was working for kept screwing him over and he didn't like it.
Right.
And he said he just wanted to get him back to, San Francisco?
Los Angeles, I think.
Los Angeles.
But, yeah, he would have made
it. Once he got him there, he let him go, and the guy gave him a gift of $300,000, so
right.
He made out better at the end, but...
Yeah, and it was kind of funny that he revealed that at the end, because they're like struggling to buy even like a breakfast or anything. Or
well, he asked him once if he had money, and he said he had a lot.
Yeah.
And then he searched his pockets and found $2. He's like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, right.
And then he never asked him for money again after that. So
that's true, yeah.
I don't know if the guy would have helped him out if he did, but...
He probably have tried to bribe him again, like, if you let me go, but...
And he tried to escape a couple times, which is always funny.
Yeah. Yeah, like he lied and said he couldn't go on a plane because he was scared, and he made a big scene, so they got kicked off, and then it turns out he knows how to fly planes.
Yeah. So. Then at one point they went to a Circle K, which I didn't realize.
Yeah, I know.
It's been around that long.
Yeah, that was
But you looked it up, it's from 51, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was weird.
But, yeah, and then they worked together at that one part to scrounge together some money to buy groceries.
Yeah.
Like, they actually stole from that bar, but they didn't seem to mind that too much.
Yeah, then they saw him jumping on a train out front of the bar.
Yeah, and he called the FBI because he kept using that one Alonzo Mosley's badge.
Yeah. So they did start to become friends near the end, though.
Yeah, it's your typical cross-country formula.
Yeah.
Like two people who complete opposites or butt heads or anything like that.
Yeah, and they stick them together. Right? That's why I said it's kind of like trains, planes, and automobiles, because they kind of really hated each other.
Yeah.
And they kept getting stuck together.
Yeah, but it's always a funny formula. I don't think you see it that much these days.
No, not really.
Except for Due Date, they did it. That worked out pretty well too. Yeah, but again, like you say, sometimes they got lightning in a bottle with this one. I don't think it'd be possible.
It's just way too many went wrong. Way too many things went wrong in the movie. Like in real life, that many things wouldn't happen to two people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but
that's what makes it enjoyable. Like you wouldn't want to see him just like go and get him on the plane. And
when Robert De Niro's character kept breaking the law and like everybody was after him at the end, and he kind of came out with a deal that in real life they'd never fall, like they'd never go along with it.
That's true. Yeah.
And he wouldn't get away with all he did. But
no.
Typical 80s type movie. He gets away with everything he did in the movie.
Yeah. Like on when people are wrongly accused, they break out and go and like clear their name, and then they're just scot-free, like on The Fugitive, and all that kind of thing. Like they still have to answer for breaking out and
all the stuff they did when they were but they wouldn't make for a good movie, I don't think, if they're like, oh, you're going to jail for a long time for everything.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes people like to see the main character go the distance and then still fail.
Fall by trying.
No. Sure. Yeah. But like Rocky, that's more what I was getting at. He went the distance, but he still lost the...
Yeah. And then they made about 17 sequels.
Yeah.
Rocky 8, Alien's Revenge.
Yeah. So, now Rocky's not even in them anymore, pretty much.
I think he wanted to make another one that he was in, but...
Yeah, but they kind of kicked him off because they wanted to go the Creed direction.
Kicked him off.
Yeah.
Good, let him.
Right. That was a joke for us.
Yeah. Some people might get it.
Yeah.
But if they watch this long.
Yeah, they will have some people sticking around. Jay will get it.
Yeah, hopefully.
He will. But anyway, back to that one.
Yeah. But yeah, it kind of wraps up nicely at the end with a nice little bow on top.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't get everything he wanted, I guess. He's got a daughter, a strange daughter, and an ex-wife who married another cop.
Yep.
Who he makes it seem like it's dirty, so not everything works out.
No. I mean, that could just be because he's bitter. I don't know, because he's still like holds on to the watch that his ex-wife got him. And he says he's still, part of him thinks that he could still get back together or whatever.
Yeah.
Then at the end, he even gives up on that and like gives
the watch away.
Yeah.
So it shows some growth on his part, but still, it doesn't all turn out okay for him by the end. But
no.
Most of it does.
Yeah. I mean, there are still some loose threads, like, I don't know where he's going back to, but he can't even get a cab, so he's got to watch wherever he's going.
Yeah.
And the Duke, I mean, you'd think people would still be after him. Like the whole mob family that was after him probably didn't get taken down.
Yeah, not the whole mob family, but that's the one that's still alive, so he can control stuff from prison. But
yeah,
they want us to think that he's okay.
And he's still, like he said, he'd still be wanted, so I don't know what kind of life he'd have. Because, you know, Jack there made the deal. Like, he'd be the one to bring him in, but he never did, so he's not going to face justice. Or whatever.
Yeah, so he'd still be wanted. But they want us to believe that everything's okay, though.
Yeah, they probably didn't think anyone was going to look that much into it or put any kind of more thought into it.
No, it's just a fun 80s movie.
Yeah.
They didn't need to make sense.
No.
Or follow the law in any way.
No, they didn't. Yeah, he stole all sorts of vehicles and outwired that one.
Yeah, and they stole that money from the bar, and he killed 2 people in a helicopter.
Yeah, and he was evading arrest when all the cops were after him, and he'd like drive, and some of them were rolling over. They probably weren't doing too well.
Yeah.
But again, it was the 80s. It was a simpler time.
Yeah. Yeah, movies didn't have to make quite as much sense back then. They just made them for enjoyment, which is how they should do it.
Yeah.
Alright, so let us know what you guys think of this movie if you've seen it. Like, comment, and subscribe. There'll be an orb over here. Pick one of these 2 videos, and we'll see you in the future.
To talk more about the past.